Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, then welcome back. My name is Fezakabed, and today we're doing this 60s inspired look. I think this look is pretty much inspired by Maddie's makeup from season 3 of Euphoria. If you want to see how I achieved this look, then stick around, grab a makeup brush. Without further ado, let's get straight to the tutorial now. For primer, I'll be using the Glam Good Grape Hydrating Primer. After putting on my primer, I like to wait maybe 2 minutes so that it dries down, and then I can move on to my base. For my base, I'll be using the Glam Complexion Pro Foundation in the shade Caramel. I like to mix a darker concealer with my foundation to get the perfect shade, because the shade is a bit lighter than me. So I normally use 2 pumps of foundation, or maybe 3, and then I'm going to mix it with my concealer at the back of my hand. I mix these two together, and then I'm gonna go in with a smaller brush that I use for my concealer, this brush over here, and I'm gonna mix these two. And I'm gonna start applying it on my face. And whenever I'm applying foundation, I like to avoid this area over here, because that's where I'm going to put the concealer. And yeah, I don't use a lot of product. I just spread it evenly around my face, my nose, my forehead. And then once I've done that, I like to go in with a foundation brush and start blending. Okay, so this is my base. So next I'm going to be contouring my face with concealer. I'm going to spread the product at the back of my hand. And then I'm going to take a brush, and I'm going to take as much product as I can, and then I'm going to apply it onto my face. So what I do is I usually switch brushes. For my contour, and I use this brush because I feel like the foundation brush blends my contour too much. So this, I wanted to show I'm going to use this brush, and I feel like it works better. After contouring, I'm going to bronze my face, and I'm going to use the Essence Baby Got to Be bronzer. Here it is. Then I'm going to do that the same thing, put it onto the back of my hand, and then use the brush to take as much of the product as I can and apply it into my face. I want to contour my nose as well. My jawline. Okay, so this is how we're looking right now. I feel like everything is flawless. So for this look, I'm going to using this blush from Maybelline. This is the Maybelline blush in 06 City Sizzle. Here it is. It's a shimmery blush, and I'm going to place that on my cheeks. Such a gorgeous blush color, and I'm going to use a bronzer brush, and I'm going to lightly tap. You can try not to move it. So I'm going to go into concealer, and I use the Glam concealer. Glam concealer in the shade Nude, and I'm going to place it at the back of my hand and mix it with concealer base. I'm going to use the very same small brush to mix these two colors together. And get in place. So normally I would like this. I'm going to set my face with the London translucent loose powder. There it is, and I'm going to be using a powder puff. The Glam, what is it? Trio Hero Face palette. Here it is. There's a contour, bronzer, and a highlighter all in one. And I like to mix the contour and bronzer using this brush over here. Just go into both bronzer and blush, and then I apply it to my face. And then bronze my nose as well. And my eyelids, light up my eyelids as well. Here an eyeshadow palette. Here it is. I'm going to go into this orange over here. And I'll use that as my blush. Wet n Wild clarifying finishing powder with this to highlight my under eyes. Now for lips, we're going to be mixing these two lip liners. I'm going to start with the brown lip liner. And then I move on to this mauve color, I think, and I'm going to mix it with the brown. Blend it with my fingers. And I'm gonna go in with a nude lip. Glam lipstick liner and lipstick duo, and I'm going to use on the lipstick side. And I'm going to try this on my lips. Okay, so what's missing now is a few beauty marks, and then yeah, I'll be done. So I'm gonna set my face with the Glam Press Refresh Set Spray.